Good evening. We are the students from the La Salle College of St. Benilde. We are tasked to make an interview for our strategic paper in our subject Leadership Management. Sir, kindly introduce yourself.
Good evening. I'm architect Ronaldo A. Garcia, a project director of SC Megaworld Construction and Development Corporation.
So, let us start with the questions. What organization challenge are you focusing on?
Well, in terms of organization, if you're focused on the administrative or the manpower or the staff, well, there are many challenges, and one of which is how you deal with your engineering staff and various workers that is staff on your project, assuming you have around 300 to 400 workers on the project. So you have to deal with them, you have to be not only a technical man but also a psychologist.
How would you describe the organization's mission and values?
Our organization is, well, practically the same as the other construction firm. Right now I'm working with the AAA contractor, and we're doing project in Erie, Los Baños, and Sun Power, also in Laguna. So we're focused on, of course, doing or guarantee the quality of our works, working in time, and of course satisfying the budget of the client.
What did you find in your strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats SWOT analysis of the organization?
In terms of qualification, I'm with my vast experience in design and construction and project management, and that would be perhaps my X factor. But my weakness, of course, is sometimes you have to deal with some hard-headed workers and even your fellow staff, engineers, or the client itself, because most of the clients think that they know much more than you know, and that again, on our role, we have to be a psychologist or something that would like to have to play around like a diplomat. So it's not only purely technical. You have to go through other facets of your profession.
How does the organization's culture affect its leadership?
The head of the president or the chief operating officer always inculcate to us well, our company objective and those necessary that would, of course, entitle us to be again a repeat contractor or supplier of services to our client. And to do that, we have to observe faithfully our standard office practice or the standard engineering practice.
What external factors are influencing the organization?
That's voluminous. Well, we have to think of our schedule, and every time we have a project, it's always very tight. We have to think of the budget, we have to think of the manpower, the resources, purely the resources. And as the project director, you deal with so many people, and to think that we still have to um, deal with government agencies for the permitting purposes, and that's number one, the first step for any construction. So there are a lot of problems or risk and to take in handling projects.
Why is the challenge you identified important for the organization?
Well, naturally or generally, it's not important. It's the way or the process by which any projects are undergoing. Perhaps it only differ in the prerequisites or the requirements of the client. Sometimes they would like to have, assuming we have a high-rise project, both projects A and B are both high-rise, say 40-story. The other one, the client required for you to finish a mock-up. So, same problem, same process, same engineering solutions and everything. The only difference is the requirement or the timeline or the milestone of the client.
What strategies do you recommend to solve this challenge?
First of all, you have to deal with all your engineering stuff. Just like me, I also have my assistants, my planner, my resident engineer, my site engineer, and together, or on our initial takeover of the project, we have to align our mindset on how we have to tackle the project. So we assign definitely everything, and well, my primary what's this objective in every project is to have a safety environment. So we conduct toolbox meetings. That's a daily process wherein we discuss what we are supposed to do, the safety precautions, and the risks that we might encounter during the process. And that would be daily.
Are there other strategies you considered?
In terms of strategies, where in construction you have to make some innovations in terms of the use of your manpower, your equipment, and every day you meet, as I said, some risk, and you have to manage it effectively. We meet a lot of what's this interference, such as that we lack the materials, the resources, equipment, and of course the time. And we have to deal with changes that are supposed to be required in the drawings, but are lacking or missing. So we deal it, and we handle it through our administrative officer or the engineering admin. So he may look at all those drawings. We ready check the plans. So the constructability, the buildability, and of all those will be effectively enforced.
What theories support your recommendations?
Come again?
What theories support your recommendations?
Theories. Well, in fact, all of those theories we just have it during our college days and our experience. We combine those, the what we have learned during our college days and the experience. And for me, experience counts number one. I would accept that during my college days, I learned only a little, but the experience tells me a lot. What is well, ironic is that on failures you learn much more. So don't worry about your failures. In construction, we have all the solutions.
How will you implement your proposed strategies?
Well, a Rome is not completed in one meeting alone. So in construction, we meet a lot. We got project management meeting, technical meeting, special meeting, and all those kinds of meetings. And we start in toolbox meetings, and that's the initial meeting we conduct before we proceed with our works. And we have the job order, it is written there, what we are supposed to do, the staff, and all those safety precautions that we have to handle, or we have. So everything, it all depends on how you steer your staff on doing what is necessary and what is required, even without me overseeing them personally.
Who are the key people involved in this process?
Well, besides we call it a project in charge, or the PIC, we also have under him his assistant and the resident engineer, the site engineers, the safety officer, because overall the safety officer can stop all the works if it does not comply with the safety precautions. But most of those things, initially I do rely most of the time on my planner. And on the initial stage of the construction, the planner and all those resident engineers, we sit down to complete all those schedules, so we don't miss anything.
What challenges might arise during implementation, and how will you handle them?
The challenges, perhaps it's not purely on technical, it's on how you deal with your staff members. And one thing is on the risk management, or the accidents that may come upon your projects. And if you are not ready for it, so what we implement on site is that we also have a safety group, or that is also being chaired by the project in charge. So we coordinate with all those government agencies in charge of safety, the health department, the police, and even the drug agencies. So what else?
Last question. How will you measure the success of your strategies?
Not everything is tangible, but of course we can see it by the evaluation upon us by the client, or if we have met or even finished or complete the project as expected, or even in advance. So that's how. So number one is it's within the budget and in time. So at the end of the day, on the opening, we all are smiling.
That's all.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, and thank you for your time and your cooperation.
Okay, so good luck on your subject, and I hope that I can see you in 5 years as an executive of the company. Thank you.